My name is Raymond Sweet, born in 1933. I'm 89, soon to be 90. I lived about 150 yards from here, right across the green, on the other side of the green. There's a big house there. There used to be the Sweet Homestead. The Sweet owned a farm back there. So when I grew up, growing up was in the green and all around it. You know, we went to the Guild, spent all kinds of time in the library here. Lived in this library, in and out, and because the Guild was the center of everything over there them days. So we lived in. My grandfather owned houses, owned property over there, and he owned a bunch of houses on Spring Street. So and we. When my grandmother inherited them, and when she died, they sold the property off to my father. He had 4 brothers, and they just divided up all the property. So, original settlers in the state of Rhode Island. We are, many generations back, John Sweet was a follower of Roger Williams, and he was an original charter landowner in the city of Providence. It's 1636, I believe. So, and they descended down from there. So, that's interesting. Well, for one thing, we're outside all the time, summer, winter, whatever. In the summer, we're on the green. We're playing the Spring Woods, which is the wooded land that adjoins the river here. Well, it's a brook, really. It goes right up to Old Mountain Field. That was our playground. We played in the woods. We played on the green. We played all over the place. In the wintertime, it was sliding. Spring Street was a hill, so the town of South Kingstown blocked off the top of the hill, so cars couldn't get down it. And everybody used it for sliding. And if it got too icy, we skated down the hill on ice skates. So we were always outside. We were never inside, unless it was pouring rain. So that. We had all the regular games. We had baseball and football. I don't know how many kids got hurt in football. And it was a really rough game in the days. But baseball we played. We made our own diamond with a rock here and a rock there. We played mumbly peg. We fished in the brook. And it was a little community here, you know, little enclave. So, and everybody got along together. So. When I grew a little older, I delivered papers. To all her, so you got to know everybody in the whole neighborhood. So that was another experience. You not only delivered to the papers, but you had to collect the money for the papers. So whoever got the paper, they paid you every week for the paper, and you had to turn that in at the end of the day, end of the week, or whatever it was. So it was a fun childhood. We had the. Because I had relatives all over, right in the area, and big Sunday suppers. Everybody got together on Sunday, and we were happy kids. Not a lot, but we did. After the Second World War, really, we started going to. Well, some before the war, when they had the old cars, everybody would pile into the car, and we would go down to the beach. We didn't get down there very often, not till we grew up. Second World War, I was 8 years old when it started. But during the war, the farmers around here, they couldn't get anyone to work because everybody had gone to. So the only people they could get to work would be the old people, men 70, 80 years old, and the town drunks. They wouldn't take any in the service. So we did all the haying. I worked on a farm where CVS and Job Lot, there used to be a big farm there. And I worked on that farm starting during the Second World War. I was 10 years old, 11 years old, and milked the cows and did everything. So, and we did, in the summer we did haying. We hayed all the fields around here. We hayed a field up on Tower Hill Road. And the thing that stands out in my mind is the old Peckham farm, which is still there today. And we put the hay up in a barn, and it was all loose then. And that was an experience. But when the barn got full, we took the hay down from Tower Hill Road down to where South County Hospital is. That used to be the old poor farm. and there's a big barn in the poor farm, and we took the excess hay and put it all up in the. Well, long story short, after we put the hay on a truck, which is just a straight bed truck. We pile the hay on it, and we're going down Tower Hill Road. It was only a single lane highway them days, no traffic. So we got about a quarter of a mile from the farm, and the truck started smoking. I was on the top of the hay, on the back of the truck, holding onto a rope. And we had a big plume of smoke coming out the back. Well, it turns out that the hay got twisted around the drive shaft. And the faster they went, the friction started, and it started smoking. Well, so we had to say, one I didn't get killed. But anyway, we stopped, and we caught it in time, and we proceeded down to the farm. So came back from there. We went, put the hay in the barn down there, and we coming back to here, where the job lot is now, the Holly Farm, and the boys decided they needed a drink, a beer, so they stopped in the not the Muse Tavern, one of the local watering holes, because I was only 10 years, I couldn't go in. I waited for them in the truck. We got back to the farm, and we were building a haystack, and they were pitching the hay up, and I was on top of the haystack, and the haystack looked like this. Oh my God, it was fun. It was fun time. But you really know the meaning of work, when you started like 10, 12 years old.
Special.
I don't know. When I got a little bit older, towards the end of the Second World War, well, maybe 1948, somewhere around there, I started caddying down at Point Judith Country Club. And I caddied for a number of it was a very exclusive country club. And I caddied for the governors and the attorney general, and for a lot of those people. And because I was only like 12, 14 years old, then that was very impressive, So that was really an education down there, caddying. So, yeah. Oh boy, I don't know. We've grown so much. There's such a dichotomy between. I was growing up. You could walk. We lived in the woods. I mean, the oak woods. They were all around us. That's where you could go hunt, play, and everybody looked after. We went foraging for a while, mushrooms out there and so forth. We live so close to the ocean. It's such a mega for people moving in here that I don't know. We're going to have to get along somewhere. It's everything has grown so much, So it's become so compact, So I don't really know.
Do you have anything special? Anything else to add that you forgot to mention?
Oh, I don't know. I could go on all day. No, it's been a good experience, that's for sure. I don't regret a thing, So when I graduated, after I graduated high school, I went into the service, and the whole 9 yards, and you could write a book. But yeah, just old stories. So yeah, there's a lot of them. Yep.